Hey guys, it's Jenna from the South Brunswick Public Library Teen Department. Today's DIY is a no-sew tote bag. Super easy. All you need is an old t-shirt and a pair of scissors. So if you're like me, you have a whole drawer full of t-shirts that you're not using anymore. This is a great way to upcycle them and have a fun project to do in the meantime. So I here have an example. Mine is actually filled with summer reading books. Hopefully you signed up for Read Squared this week. And you can make a tote bag to carry your books with you wherever you go this summer. The pool, the beach, just outside of the park. Let's get started. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is lay out your t-shirt flat, and then we're going to cut off the sleeves. So you can find where the actual seam is, and then just cut right around there. So we'll cut off both sides. The sharper your scissors are, the better. It's going to make it a little bit easier to cut. Go ahead and cut those sleeves off, and then do the same with the other side. Okay, now that we have our sleeves off, we're gonna wanna lay out our shirt again, and now we're actually gonna cut the collar. So you want it to be kind of a deep V, so not so much a circle, but more of an oval shape. These are gonna be our handles for our bag. So you just wanna do a deep oval shape. And there you go. Now you can kind of see our bag starting to take shape. Okay, the next thing you want to do is turn your shirt inside out, and then we're going to lay it flat again. So you just want to line up the edges, and then lay it out nice and flat. Just make sure your top or your bottom two pieces are all lined up. Okay, next you want to take your ruler, and we're actually going to start at the bottom now that we have it all lined up. Start from the bottom, and you just want to measure about 3 to 4 inches. So I'm going to actually go with 3.5 and put a little line there with my Sharpie. And then you can actually lay out your ruler to make it even, and we can go ahead and we'll just put a piece of tape there that will help us remind us how far we should be cutting. So you can move that out of the way, and you can put a piece of tape right where that line is. And that's how we'll know. Try to make it as even as possible. That's how we'll know how far to cut. Okay, now that our tape is in place, we're actually gonna start making strips. So you want your strips to be just about 1/2 inch in width, and just cut right up to that tape line. And then repeat for your whole thing. I'm gonna speed up the process a little bit. Okay, our next step, now that we have all of our fringe, we're gonna take our top overlay over our bottom one and just make a knot. And then repeat that for all your fringes. Just make sure you have the top one and the bottom one lined up. Okay, this next part sounds a little tricky, but actually it's not. So you're gonna, just to reinforce our knots, make sure there's no holes in between, you're gonna just hold your top piece and your bottom piece, let go of the bottom piece. With the top piece, you're gonna actually use the second bottom piece and make another knot. So basically you're gonna use the adjacent piece to make another knot, just to make sure there's no holes in between, and then repeat that for all of them. and the very last thing is we're gonna wanna do 2 double knots just on both ends to make sure it's super secure. So 1, 2 on one side, and then repeat for the other side. 1, 2. And then all those holes should be closed up nice and tight. And now for the fun part. We can take it and flip it inside out and see what we made. There you go. Cute little tote bag. You can take to the beach, take anywhere really. Hope you enjoy.